Speak No Evil came out yesterday. I'd think about that for a second because it's currently Thursday night as I'm recording this. I uploaded my review. It's me just talking for 8 minutes about the movie, realistically. But today we're going to be reacting to an actual review of the movie from 3C Films. I reacted to this. I used to react to this dude a lot last year. As you can see, I got a bunch of movie tickets up here. I used to go watch a lot of movies, and then I just stopped. But I want to get back into doing these movie reviews because they're really fun. Plus, it gives me a reason to go watch new movies that come out. So yeah, let's get straight into this video. I did my review yesterday. Uploaded it yesterday. I did it actually about 10 minutes ago in real life. So yeah, let's go.
Speak No Evil is the latest American remake based off a Danish horror movie that released in 2022, sharing the exact same name this time around.
Okay, I didn't know this was already an original movie. I didn't know this was a Danish movie at first. When I was looking up something for this movie before I went and saw it, I did see that there was a 2022 tag on it, but I didn't really think about it. So I'm gonna have a slightly different view than probably this dude than 3C does, because I just didn't know this was a Danish movie originally. Okay.
American couple vacation.
Maybe that's why they made fun of that Danish couple in the beginning of the movie,
Italy,
and specifically called out that they were Danish like 3 or 4 times.
When they befriend what appears to be a charming couple that invites them back to their farmland. From here, the couple will go through a bunch of awkward, tense, and thrilling situations, having to fight for their lives. And that's all pretty much. Without any spoilers, you guys.
Oh my gosh, his setup has changed a lot since the last time I saw it. This is a sick setup.
Best thing about this movie is that I no longer have to see this dang trailer played over and over and over in that theater. I couldn't have been the only one whose eyes just rolled into the back of their head and went Homelander staring at the screen. The madness is finally over. But putting that stuff aside, it feels like there was a lot of early red flags or early warning signs that this would not be an enjoyable movie. I mean, I think it had a terrible trailer. It was one of those 2-minute trailers that literally showed you beat for beat not only the best moments of the movie, but played out the scenarios from beginning to end, letting you see the entire film in one trailer. But it also had some stuff going against it, with it being an American remake of a film that literally came out 2 years ago. Now, I decided to make the choice to not go and watch the original Danish horror movie, although I want to see it now, because I knew as soon as I watch that and then I jump into this movie where it'll probably redo some of the events of that original film, I just thought, why try to torture myself further? Let me just go in blind, not have any biases about the original
so he didn't
movie.
see the Danish
one. I can't believe I'm saying this. This right now is the best Blumhouse movie of this year, but it might not be saying a lot when these are the contenders.
Yeah, none of these movies were great. Blumhouse has been on a bit of a stinky run lately.
It has to go up against. Let me go into some of the positives with this film. Right off the bat, it's James McAvoy. James McAvoy
is such a good actor.
Entire movie just so creepy, bearable, funny, whatever other adjective you can come up with. We've known for a long time James McAvoy is a world-class actor, but to see him go as the dweeb in Wanted, curving bullets, and then Professor X being a real wise man, to now someone that I'm genuinely afraid of. Like, if I ever came across James McAvoy before this movie, I'd go up, shake his hand, say how much of a big fan I am.
If I see James McAvoy, I am terrified of him after this movie. James McAvoy was incredible in this movie, and he's probably going to talk about this some more, but oh my gosh, he was great.
After seeing him here, I am kind of terrified of the man. He pulls a really eerie and tense performance. He is not underutilized at all in the movie. Like, you get a lot of James McAvoy, and just the escalation from him going as charming, loving father and good host to a madman trying to chase her was pretty fun to see. I was also a big fan of the way James Watkins went about directing this movie, because a lot of times with Blumhouse films, they find any little moment to throw in a jump scare, to have a moment where the music just blasts out.
the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I watched it again about 2 weeks ago, and what he's saying is perfectly in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Give you that really lazy, cheap kind of scare. But no, Speak No Evil was just filled with a lot of visually or unsettling things without the need of all that exaggerated music. Not just that, but I was also a little bit of a fan of like the cringe horror in here. I don't know if that's a real word or even a subgenre of horror, but you've seen it all throughout the trailers where like the mother says she's a vegetarian, but she's being forced to eat some meat. Or the sequence in the trailer where the kids are just trying to dance for the parents and the dad gets super aggressive about it. It's real secondhand embarrassment stuff that I'm sure is not going to be loved by everybody, but it was an unsettling, awkward form of horror that I don't think
this was there was a bunch of stuff in this movie that was like just super awkward.
Because I want to know how much of this film was its own original plan, what little moments in here the film came up with on its own. I mean, there could be obvious things I'm praising in here that I thought were really well that maybe they just flat out copied word for word in the original.
Yeah.
Just to remind you, I'm a vegetarian.
Our gift to you.
I'm a vegetarian.
I insist.
Awaken your kids' creativity.
She didn't say she was a vegetarian, which I kind of like the fact she didn't say that she was a vegetarian in the movie.
Sometimes you just need.
I feel like it added to the people pleaser aspect of the characters that they were Luis and I think Dan. That's probably wrong. It really adds to that people pleaser role that they were filling throughout the whole movie. No!
You can't talk to him that way. What is wrong with you?
You flipped out and tried to leave without saying goodbye?
Someone left without saying goodbye.
Now, with that said, let me get some of the negatives. Again, that trailer just really ruined a lot of the tension and suspense of this movie. Because the film takes you from good McAvoy to bad McAvoy, every inching moment of something feeling off is sometimes diminished by how that trailer just reveals all...
actually avoided most of the trailers. The only time I saw it was couple weeks ago when I went to watch Longlegs. A couple weeks, like a month or whatever ago, when Longlegs came out, and I went and watched that. That's the only time I saw this trailer, and that's what it made me want to watch it. So I haven't seen it. I hadn't seen the trailer since the Longlegs came out. So obviously my view on this is different.
All of the best moments and every key plot point that takes you to the next one. So there was a bit of suspense ruined for me or predictability in this movie that went away because of that trailer. So Blumhouse, please learn from that. I don't know if their excuse was, well, it's a remake, so they probably already know the story. Might as well just ruin it in the trailer. I'm not going to get too specific on it in case you can't put two and two together. But
I didn't know
trailer,
it was.
They make it really obvious to like a thing that happens to the kid. And that would have been so much more unsettling and creepy if I experienced it for the first time in theater.
For me, because I saw the trailer one time ever. The thing that happened to Ant was incredibly creepy and not expected for me. So it depends on your aspect going into the movie, whether you've seen the trailer a couple times or you've seen it maybe once or twice and it piqued your interest. So
instead of seeing the trailer, obviously insinuate what happened to him. Another thing that honestly didn't bother me as much, but I know is going to be like the #1 complaints about this movie, is the stupid decisions these characters make. I think sometimes as horror fans, when we watch a horror movie, we forget that we are going into the horror film knowing it's a horror movie and these characters are about to be put in a bad situation. And yeah, there are a lot of times where this family makes decisions that could have obviously have gotten them out of the trauma they were about to be put through, but I think the movie does enough to where they are gaslit into believing everything's okay, or they're given a proper enough explanation where they just
like for me, I feel like I would have still been like, they've been so kind. I'd feel bad turning them away. I mean, like, I'm one of those guys. If someone takes me out to eat, I don't even like take advantage. I try not to take advantage of it. I order small. I don't even care if I'll still be hungry afterwards. I order small because I just don't want to be that guy that orders a lot of food on someone else's bill. Even when they insist, I'm just like, no, it's fine. I'm not that hungry, even if I am very hungry. So like for me, I don't feel like I'm as much of a people pleaser as Luis and Dan are. However, I still feel like James McAvoy would have, Patty and his wife would have made me stay.
Let it slide by. Like, they obviously ignore a lot of red flags until they're in a point of no return. But I feel like that is the point of the movie. Your dad is not John Wick, who's going to be able to beat up the bad guy. Like, they're scared, they're confused, they don't know what to do, and their actions reflect that. And I think a horror movie does that well. But even with that said, there was about 2 or 3 other times where I was like, dude, how could you even do that? But honestly, that's about it. I think some people might be expecting a little bit more gore, a little bit more blood. I was satisfied enough with the little dark moments that we had, and especially the ending.
The ending was great.
Like that ending. It's one of these movies that shows you that, yeah, Blumhouse can still make great movies. So when it comes to Speak No Evil, I'm going to give action 2 stars. It is slow paced, and most of the action comes within the last 20 minutes of this movie. Up until then, it's just a bunch of awkward, haunting things happening to this family slowly. Comedy in the movie, I'm going to give it 3 stars. There is actually this weird sense of humor all throughout.
I think also this movie poster just makes James McAvoy seem so much creepier. I think, while I do love this movie poster is amazing. I wish they would have gone with something else to not spoil the fact that James McAvoy is this creepy. And obviously, like 3C Films said, they probably went in being like, oh, most people will know the story already since it's a remake and yada, yada, yada. But I still wish they would have done something different.
Movie that is done on purpose to coincide with like the cringy horror moments, but James McAvoy himself is also having a blast and being pretty funny on screen. Drama in the movie, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. I like the premise, I like the motivation behind why they were doing all this, the reveals, and specifically that ending. Again, maybe that'll change once I see the original and I see how much they just copy and paste it and it doesn't feel that original. But as of right now, I was pretty happy.
I don't know what the original
horror in the movie,
like
I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I guess I was just really enjoying the whole awkward horror moments, how James McAvoy came off so
it was
creepy.
So it was like Uncanny Valley creepy, where it's like this almost feels real, like a real interaction I could have, which is it just made it like that much creepier
on screen. But it's more the fact of like this situation is plausible, something like
it
this
is very
could
plausible
happen. And I mean, even just trying to live the life the little kid had in this movie, it makes me even more terrified. And suspense the movie, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I feel like the suspense would have been a lot higher if I just wasn't anticipating some of the moments that the trailer just...
For me, the suspense is a little bit higher, mainly because I saw the trailer like twice, whatever.
Ruined. It really was easy to piece together where the movie was headed because of that awful trailer. Casual moviegoers, I'm gonna give it an A-. Cinephiles, I'm gonna give it a B+, and critically, I'm going to give it a B+.
Fair.
I think Speak No Evil is actually
movie.
an enjoyable, entertaining, horrifying time that can be enjoyed in theaters.
Oh, not a bad.
Again,
he
that's
didn't give
just
it a
my
bad
opinion
review.
on the movie, guys. I'm gonna be really curious to hear from you, especially if you're someone who saw the original and thought some of the changes or things they did copy, did it warrant it getting an American remake? Or if this was your first Speak No Evil movie, what did you think? Anything, everything, be sure to like, subscribe,
great
follow
for
me
me.
on Twitter, 3C Films, or on TikTok.
What the heck happened to his background? Is he in front of a green screen? Is that made in like Unreal Engine?
Speak No Evil movie. What did you think?
It very much looks like now that happened, I can tell he's in front of a green screen. Is this like made in Unreal Engine or something? Because this looks sick.
Anything, everything, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, 3C Films, or on TikTok.
Oh
3C
my
Films.
gosh.
As always,
I'm gonna put a link to this in the description. If you guys want to go watch more of this, more videos from 3C Films, you can. But for me, that's gonna be it, and I will see you guys later. But one last thing, go watch this movie if you haven't. This movie actually is incredible, in my personal opinion. Obviously, I'm not a movie critic, so yeah. Go watch this movie in theaters. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm excited for some more of the horror movies that are coming out this year, like Smile 2. Expect a review for that. I loved the first Smile movie. Gonna do a review for the second one. What was the other one? There was one other one that I'm excited for this year. But oh no. We're pulling this up. What is it? Coming soon. I don't know what it is. I can't find it. Terrifier 3. That's the other one. Terrifier 3. Where I will be doing one for that. I love the first two Terrifier movies. They are creepy. Smile 2 I'm going to be doing because they're doing the best Christmas pageant ever. Probably going to go watch that, but I won't do one on that. Heretic, I'll probably go watch that because that movie looks sick. I saw a trailer for that today. Might do Wolfman, maybe not. But yeah, there's three movies that I'm going to be doing. Heretic, Smile 2, and Terrifier 3. I'm going to be doing those 3 movies when they come out. Reviews for those. The best Christmas pageant ever, I might do one. If you don't know that story, just go look it up. It's a great story. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Sorry for yapping for a long time. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Take it easy and peace out, everybody.